the content of the letter shed a really obvious fact that the CCP has cracked all over the place within the system, and our help and hope is actually within the Chinese Communist Party. So with the students' movement anniversary coming, and also the anniversary of NFSC coming, is there anything else you want to share with us before we end today's show?
Yeah, I think it's very important to understand that I've never seen, on two levels, the CCP is more than ever trying to establish footholds throughout the world, in Europe, in Latin America, in the Middle East. They're on basically a crusade to make sure they've got their claws in everywhere. And I also think at the same time that one of the reasons they're doing that is that story they can try to sell to people back home. I think the internal financial situation of the Chinese Communist Party, in particular regards to people's economic betterment, because you've seen these protests at these factories. We know that the terrorist President Trump coming in has had brutal impact on them. The Chinese Communist Party is rapidly putting all this effort into AI and robotics because they want to get rid of the Chinese worker. They think the Chinese worker is not an asset for them. They think the Chinese worker is now a liability. This is a major acknowledgement, because the Chinese people realize that. They realize, why are we spending so much time on artificial intelligence? Why are we spending so much on robotics when we have so many people here who could work and, quite frankly, are not working at the level they could and not generating the incomes they can? So there's a crisis for the regime, and that crisis is just simply unsustainable. This also gets back to, look, as many financial problems we have, because we're the world's prime reserve currency, we can kind of get by with it. It comes at a burden, but we can get by with it. The Chinese Communist Party is absolutely dedicated to this BRICS movement, and particularly the Rio reset, where they're desperately trying to get either the petrodollar or something away from the American dollar and get the yuan actually more accepted, which is very difficult because people don't want it. The Chinese people don't even want to hold it. They want to hold gold, crypto, or US dollars. So for the whistleblower movement and for people that support Lao Beijing and their efforts to overthrow these guys, now I think is one of the best times in the world. What we've been working on for 10 or 20 years is really coming to fruition. And I don't think it could be a better timing for the commemoration of the revolt in Tiananmen than the next couple of weeks.